Greetings in the name of Yahusha HaMashiach, our King, our High Priest, Kohan forever, according to the order of Melchizedek, and our Lord, Yahuwah, all honor, esteem, and glory unto Yahuwah Kodesh name. My name is Mikael Shalomo. This is Melech Shalomo Trading, and right now I'm in a live trade, but it's in simulation. Let me just point that out down here. This is simulated trading. Right, that's not the arrow. This is the arrow. And that's the trading simulated indicator right there on the heat map, right? So that's in red. So data is live, trading simulated. So what I do on the weekend sometime is I practice my strategies and other ideas on Bitcoin, right? Because Bitcoin is like a 24/7 market. So I get to practice live in a live market to see if I could fine tune some of these strategies I want to use, right? So what's happening here is basically a variant of the Black Sun strategy. So let me just bring this down, bring this into focus, right? So what we have here is Camarilla R1, which is at roughly 100,270. We have Camarilla R2 at 100,830, right? So basically this is like it's in the mean area of the pivots, right? The outer areas of the pivot, the Camarilla pivots is at Camarilla R3 and Camarilla R4, right? So what we're playing in here is the mean of the pivot area. So if you know anything about the mean area in any setup, whether it be volume profile or stuff like that, right? Anytime you come to the mean of price action, you usually get some volatility, and it's not as easy to navigate at that area. Let's say it's either VWAP. This is the ETH VWAP. There's different players maneuvering their orders at these levels. And within the mean of the Camarilla, it's the same kind of setup. Now, what we have here is yesterday's settlement, right? So I have a take profit here. This is my entry right here, right? So my entry is at a rejection of London VWAP. You see, I'm highlighting it right there. So this is anchored from 0300 hours Eastern time, which is London's open, right? So we have, let's see, let's get more into perspective here. So we have a breakdown, right? Let's use the arrows. So we have I got stopped out here because I tried the short earlier, but that was a mistake because I did not wait for the retest of +2 VWAP, right? Which was in line with the Camarilla R1. Now that we have the retest, got stopped out there. That was a bad entry, right? Got the push down. I wasn't in front of my laptop, I shouldn't say my laptop, my trade setup here, while this was happening. So by the time I came back, we're approaching this level here, right? So we had the breakdown after I got stopped out. So I'm already looking at this as this is a variant of the Black Sun strategy because I saw this earlier this week. I think I did a video where I was saying I did not take this trade at or around +2 VWAP and Camarilla R1 or R2, I believe it was, right? So because I was explaining it's the mean area, so we don't want to really execute a resistance type trade or a short trade at a mean area because it's, as I said before, it's kind of volatile, right? So got the stop out here. The idea is to go short. This is a variant of the Black Sun strategy. This is -2 VWAP, +2 VWAP. So let me just bring a little more into perspective here. So you can see the buildup of the auction, right? So plus 2 VWAP, yellow dash line, plus 1 VWAP, yellow dash line right there. So we have price coming up to these levels and starting to consolidate, right? Actually, this is plus 3 VWAP, plus 2 VWAP, plus 1 VWAP. So my bad right there. So we have this push up to it's a very extended VWAP deviation, right? That's plus 3 VWAP. Anytime we really hit these levels, we start getting some kind of take profit or resistance, right? I believe it's more like taking profit, right? And then short sellers kind of jump on the coattails because it's extended, right? So when we get down here, no follow through. You see we have the push down, no follow through to the upside. We break down plus 2 VWAP. We come back, we retest it. We break down to plus 1 VWAP. We push up, and this is anchored to, this is VWAP right here. These are the deviations for it. So it's all in line with colors. So that's the RTH open at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So that's anchored to 9:30 a.m. So all of these yellow are anchored to 9:30 a.m. The red is anchored to yesterday's open of the Bitcoin market at around, I think it's 7 p.m. Eastern time, right? So again, we have the retest here of plus after we get the breakdown of plus 2 VWAP, the retest, we go to plus 1, we retest plus 2, we come down, we get some auction here, and then we push up to plus 2 VWAP, right? So as we push up to plus 2 VWAP, we start to auction, and this is where I took the opportunity, which it wasn't sound because I did not get a retest or I did not sell at the upper level. You see, this is I believe this is plus 2 VWAP from the ETH session. So I didn't get that break. I didn't get that sell from there, which could have been around here. This would have put my stop, if I entered here, this would have put my stop, I think, above this area here, and I might have survived, right? So bad entry, stopped out, right? So I deserve that stop out there because I'm shorting at the low of this auction right here, right? Looking for follow through, and we get the pullback. And this market is just, to me, all markets right now, you better wait for the pullback. Don't try and catch the follow through because it's a trap, right? So short squeeze, stopped out. Then we start getting the real move, right? So we get two nice touches here at plus 2 VWAP, right? You see the first test, the second test. We start to get the breakdown. So now this is a variant of the Black Sun strategy where usually it's supposed to happen around Camaria R3, but we're at Camaria R1, right, in the mean area. So we get the breakdown, we get the retest above, we break down again, and now we're down at VWAP, right? So as we push back up to possibly plus 1 VWAP, I'm looking to see if we have any follow through, right? Or is there more selling or weakness in the market? So what we're coming around here, we're coming around kind of like a retest of this auction here. Let me just make like a rectangle here, right? I think it starts somewhere here. Let's do this right here. So let's say that's the auction range right there. Basically, we're getting a retest of the breakdown, right? And that's usual as well. So you get breakdowns out of structure, right? So you auction, you break, and you retest, right? So that's why I'm looking at this as a potential entry. Now we could go all the way back to plus 1 VWAP, but let's see here. Let's look at it a little closer, right? So we have this high volume coming in here. This is VWAP. See, I'm highlighting it right there at 99,809. We push back above VWAP, we test VWAP again, and now this is the opportunity for the sellers to actually the buyers to take control, right? So let's take a look here at what happened. So on this bubble right here, we have more selling, which is the purple, compared to the blue buys, right? And this is happening exactly at London VWAP, right? So now I could either wait for a retest here of +1 VWAP from the RTH open, or I could take the opportunity to get this breakdown right here, right? So took the opportunity here because that puts my stop above +1 VWAP, right? You see the stop is still there. And then we get the move down, right? So my first take profits are here, right? Just took some profit right there. I believe I took off half or almost half, right? So I still have three Bitcoin left here. It's probably gonna start executing right there. The rest is here, right? At 99,577, right? So that's my eventual target. Now what we have here is the point of control, right? So what I could do is move this one down here, and this is also -1 VWAP. So I'm gonna put this one here at -1 VWAP, and I'm gonna put this one just above the point of control, volume point of control. And these are from this right here. This is the session volume point of control. So if you see here at this level, there's a lot of volume transacted in this session so far at this level. This is the trades counter. It's kind of like a market profile where it just counts the amount of trades, right? So it's similar to the volume profile, but instead of calculating volume, this one is calculating the actual transactions, right? So it's good to have them side by side so you can kind of look at volume compared to the transactions. And this one here is just as you see here, it only shows the volume profile for what's on the heat map right now. So it's the chart volume profile. This is the session volume profile, the entire session from 9:30 a.m. And this is the chart volume profile of whatever you have right here. This is the volume profile for it, right? So yeah, that's my doorbell. So let me go answer that. I'll fill you in on if the trade proceeds and we get a take profit. I'll make another video. All right, you all trade safe and stay blessed.